Hey guys, welcome back. So having a flat stomach with visible abs is something that almost every woman and men desire. And as a trainer, I feel like not a lot of people are very truthful about how to get a flat tummy because it is easier to sell people a dream than it is to sell them the reality. And that's just the honest truth. And that's why there are tons of flat tummy products floating around promising you easy, quick, fat-burning results. Or your favorite celebrity or influencer will tell you that, oh, this is their secret to their flat stomach, and they'll have everyone hooked.
After coming out of the Big Brother house, you might be wondering, what's the secret to my perfect body shape? How do I have a flat tummy? Well, it's because I made the right choice. Macchia T-Waist Trainer, I can rock any outfit.
People go on very unsustainable diets or use potentially harmful products to burn fat. In order for you to achieve a flat stomach and have potentially visible abs, you have to first understand what your abs are and how fat loss works. The first truth is everyone has a six-pack, also known as the rectus abdominis. Now, the term abs is just short for the abdominal muscle, used in reference to our core or our midsection. Now, if you fall under any of these three problem scenarios, you will not be able to see your abs. Scenario number 1, you either have poorly developed six-pack or abdominal muscles. Scenario number 2, you have a high body fat percentage. And scenario number 3, you have a combination of both. So a poorly developed abdominal muscle and a high body fat percentage. Now, in order for you to make your abs visible, you have to have a relatively low body fat percentage. So if you're overweight or just have excess belly fat, doing ab workouts for belly fat loss would be a waste of time. Now, does this mean that you can't do ab workouts if you have belly fat? No. Ab workouts are primarily for strengthening your abdominal muscles. So you should do them to develop a strong core, but not for the sole purpose of trying to burn belly fat. The mistake that most people make is having ab workouts make up 70% of their entire workout regimen, and then they neglect the most important bits. If you go on Google or YouTube and search how to get a flat stomach, you'll see a lot of ab workout videos pop up. Six-pack abs in 10 minutes, how to get a flat tummy in 3 days, ab exercises for a slimmer waistline, etc. Now, there's nothing wrong with any of these ab workouts at all. Like I said, I've used these catchy lines for my videos as well, so I'm not even including myself. But I always make sure in my captions to tell people about the importance of their nutrition and that they can't try to spot reduce fat or crunch their way to a flat stomach. And this is what a lot of people don't do. So this is where it gets a bit misleading. And most of you have probably fallen into the trap of doing ab exercises to flatten your tummy, which is kind of understandable because, like I said, it's marketable. But the truth is you can't crunch your way into having abs. Before I go further, it does take a lot of research, editing, and time and effort to put videos like these together. So if you don't mind, kindly hit the subscribe button if you like my content and just want to see more videos like these. Okay, so back to it. Now, the 3 categories that I listed previously, if you fall under the category number 1 of having a low body fat but still not being able to see your abs, then you have to develop the muscle tissues on your abs. Now, doing ab workouts in this scenario makes sense because you already have a lower body fat percentage, so it's easier to build up visible abs. The long-term approach to having a six-pack is to develop them by progressively overloading like you would do your legs and your glutes. So remember, your abs are muscles, so you have to train them as you would any other muscle group. The more muscle tissue you have in your abs, the more you'll be able to see them, even at higher body fat percentages. This is why I'm still able to have my abs, even though I've put on about 10 kilograms of weight in the last 4 years. So even at a higher than usual body fat percentage, I still have fairly visible abs. So what exercises can you do if you're in this category? I recommend doing cable crunches, anything from 4 to 5 sets at 15 to 20 reps. Do this after your workout 3 to 4 days a week and combine it with other exercises like hanging leg raises, which are one of the best exercises for your lower abs. The home version of this exercise is the equivalent of a knee tuck or a reverse crunch. Then we have the obliques. Your oblique abdominals work harder in the twisting action. You see those lines on the sides of my belly right there? Those are your obliques. So to work your internal and external obliques, I recommend doing exercises like wood choppers, otherwise known as the cable oblique twist. Now, the home version of this would be the Russian twist. If you don't have access to a gym, you can also do this at home. Also, you have weighted side bends. These are one of my favorite exercises for my obliques, and I do this as a finisher after my workouts. When performing this exercise, please do not perform your side bends with weights in each hand like this. I see this mistake a lot, and this defeats the purpose of the entire exercise. Now, most importantly, I want you guys to keep in mind that there are many other exercises that strengthen your core, not just ab exercises. Compound movements are essential to your workouts because they target multiple muscle groups at the same time. For example, we have deadlifts. Deadlifts not just help strengthen your lower body and your back, but it is a very good core stabilizer. Then you have squats. This is a good lower core strengthening exercise as well as it is the lower body. The second truth that no one really tells you is how long it will take you to see your abs or to just get a flat tummy. And I know we see videos promising us abs in 10 minutes or in 10 days, but the honest truth is that it all depends on your starting point and how consistent you are with your diet and exercise. So this will determine how able you see those abs quicker. Another major key importance is also how efficient your body is in mobilizing its body fat. So relatively speaking, it takes time, anywhere from 3 to 6 months. Sometimes it might take you up to a year depending on your genetics. Belly fat is one of the most difficult fats to burn, especially visceral fat, which is the fat that usually accumulates around your organs. This is why it's referred to as stubborn belly fat. A lot of you might notice that if you've lost weight or if you lose weight over time, you'll notice that fat comes off of your face, your arms, your back first, but the more persistent areas like your lower belly or your love handles, these are considered the more stubborn places to lose fat. So just be consistent and don't pay too much attention to the results and how long it'll take you. Focus on the journey and actually making this a lifestyle. This is something that I tell all my clients. Now, you can purchase a program or get a coach, but ultimately it'll be your hard work and your dedication that will get you the results that you're looking for. So moving on to the second and the third scenario, if your problem is having a higher body fat percentage, like most of what my clients here had in their before pictures, you must be in what we call an energy deficit or a calorie deficit. The calories that you put in shouldn't outweigh the calories that you put out. So this just basically means not overeating, but burning more calories than what you consume. So you should have a higher protein diet, moderate carbs, more fiber, and low fats. The driving force of fat loss is your diet. This is where most people fail, and this is the reason why when I see waist trainer ads promising you fat loss, it's really funny to me because there's so much more technicalities that goes into your body burning fat. You have to give your body a reason to oxidize the fat. Another thing that I'm always asked about are supplements. SOfit, what supplements should I use? What supplements help you burn fat the best? And I feel like people expect me to respond back to them and offer them some type of magic product or magic pill, and it just doesn't work that way. In fact, supplements are ranked as 5% on the pyramid of importance when it comes to your fitness goal, which means they're not that important. Now, do supplements help you? Absolutely. They help you recover and they just assist you on your journey. They don't necessarily do the work for you. So you can still achieve your fitness goals without using any type of supplements. Now, in the event that you do want that extra 5% help, my recommendations for supplements are 3 types. The first being a whey protein. SOfit, what brand is the best? I personally believe that the best brand is whatever brand that you like. I pay attention to how many grams of protein it contains. The higher the grams of protein, the better. And of course, the flavor. So whatever brand works best for you, I can't make that decision for you. I wouldn't say one specific brand is the best. I currently use USN. I've been using USN since the start of my fitness journey. I have tried other whey protein brands, and I just find USN just is the perfect fit for me. So this is the one that I use. And number 2 would be a caffeine source. For me, this is usually pre-workout. Now, research shows that caffeine ingestion increased energy expenditure by 13% and doubled the turnover of lipids, in which 24% were oxidized and 76% recycled. This results in an increase of 150 calories in energy expenditure, which is also equal to about 15 minutes on the treadmill. So the third would be a creatine or a BCAA source. BCAAs are short for branched chain amino acids and our bodies do not produce this, so we have to get it from other sources like supplements or our food. And also, most whey proteins do contain creatine already, like USN. USN has about 5 grams of creatine. So yeah, supplements are just to help you recover and build and repair damaged muscle tissues that you get from training. Next is your food. I can't talk about getting abs and having a flat stomach without talking about your diet. I can't emphasize this enough. When you eat, you're either feeding a disease or you're fighting it. If you're struggling with fat loss, it's most likely as a result of poor food choices. If you are on a low protein, high carb, high sugar diet loaded with processed foods as well as inflammatory foods, it will be hormonally challenging for your body to set up a system where fat loss can occur. There are 3 major food categories that if you want to achieve a flat tummy, you need to drastically minimize or even cut out of your diet. I do celebrate having a balance and enjoying yourself once in a while, but it's once in a while. A lot of people who struggle with fat loss make poor eating choices and consistently consume these things. So the first group is processed foods. These are foods that are heavily processed, typically made in factories with chemicals and stored in cans, boxes, packs with preservatives, artificial ingredients, and additives that makes them last longer or taste better. Ultra-processed foods contain empty calories, which means they provide us with little to no nutritional value. These foods are referred to as foods of convenience because they're convenient, like Indomie, sugary cereals like Frosted Flakes, etc., cookies, cakes, chips, bread, and so on. Then we have sides like ketchup, mayonnaise, salad dressing, things that people often ignore. These tiny additions to our food, they may not seem like much, but they are also high in calories, high in sugar. They contain extra salts and fats and are in general what makes these foods quote unquote bad. The problem with foods like these is they don't make you full. They're fast digesting and you always want more, thereby piling up your calories. Next are your beverages, what you drink. Beers, alcohol, fruit juices, and carbonated drinks like Coke, Fanta, Pepsi, for example. When it comes to fruit juices, companies are finessing you into believing that when you drink fruit juice, you're consuming something healthy and natural. But if you actually take time out to read the food labels on these products, you'll see that the amount of sugar found in these drinks are alarming. Most store-bought fruit juices contain very low percentages of actual fruit and very high amounts of fructose, which is a type of sugar that is highly concentrated. Sodas are not exempt. Beer and other forms of alcohol contain high amounts of sugar, so if you're the type of person who drinks multiple bottles of juices, sodas, beer a day, you really need to check yourself. Juices are recommended if and only you're making like smoothies from scratch with fresh fruits by yourself at home, and you can measure and control your ingredients, or just get into the habit of drinking water. Next are fast foods and saturated fats that can be found in foods like burgers, pizza, Nigerian dishes and snacks like puff puff, akara, chin chin, fried plantain, all that good stuff that we enjoy. However, foods that are usually deep fried or made with heavy use of oil in general, it's all delicious until you start adding inches to your belly. The calories in just a burger with fries and Coke is the equivalent to a day's worth of food. Fast foods are the leading causes of heart failure. Your diet should consist of 80% whole foods. Whole foods are foods that do not contain any preservatives, additives, and are just whole in general and still maintain their nutritional content. When you go to the grocery store, try to shop from the whole food section. Eat more home-cooked meals and less takeout. Add more vegetables with less salt. Eat more boiled, grilled meats as opposed to frying them. Avoid the consistent use of oil in your foods. If you do this without even exercising, you will lose inches off of your waistline. And this is to my Nigerians. Please don't be the type of person that says you can't eat healthy with Nigerian foods, because that's a lie. Nigerian foods are actually the most organic and unprocessed foods that you can get, because almost everything that we eat is homegrown. Like, we grow our own vegetables, we grow our own yams, our chicken, our meats are literally slaughtered live. So they don't undergo any further processing, or they're not processed in the factory. So you can get vegetables, chicken, fish, avocados, potatoes, eggs, eggs, and try new recipes. Not everything is egusi and fufu, and not be everything will not go to fry. My advice is that you meal prep your meals, and this can help you curb any unhealthy eating in advance. And the last thing that people don't really tell you about your abs is your genetics. Your genetics play a key role in how visible your abs will be and overall how your abs will look. Some people have a 4-pack, some people have a 6-pack, some people have an 8-pack. So it just depends on the genes of your mom and your dad. So your genetics will decide how your body mobilizes and stores its fat. But at the end of the day, just deal with the cards that you've been dealt and just be consistent on your fitness journey. Be consistent and get a workout program as well. I feel like people really do underestimate how important a workout program is. It just gives you structure and gives you a guide. Okay, so yeah, I will link my website down below so that you can grab my programs. My 50% off flash sale has been extended till the end of November. So you can get my programs for less than $5 and less than 2,000 Naira, and also my workout accessories. So make sure you take advantage of the sale. And I just took my pre-workout, so I'm waiting for it to kick in before I head to the gym. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below if you have any questions, and give me suggestions on what type of videos you guys would like to see on my channel. So with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video.